So this is my Lego design for an F-35. I've been working on it for over a year now, and I've been constantly tweaking it. It's been extremely hard because, as well as having to get the right shape for the F-35, I've also had to consider the functionality that I want it to have. So I'll show you all that soon, but I'll just start off with a few of the smaller things, such as the minifigure. So this is it. This is the minifigure, and for it I've used I think it's a Resistance pilot, torso and legs from Star Wars. For the helmet I've used a First Order TIE Fighter pilot because I find that it kind of resembles the F-35 pilot's helmet, and overall the figure I think looks quite like it, so it's just giving it a random head, two-sided, but you don't really see that, so it's not important. But you can fit the figure inside the cockpit like this. Fits in quite well. If you want to, you can hold the controls, but it's kind of takes a while for it to do that. So I'll take it off the stand. The stand fits in with two pins just like this, quite nicely. And I'll show you the stuff that the F-35 does. So start off with the simpler things, then go into the more interesting things. So that's the ailerons, they can go down. These are the elevators, they can be angled. And there's this, that goes up, and you'll see a fan inside. I used a sort of Technic gearing piece there. And in here, that's another one of the air intakes. You just lift that off and you see the engine a bit. I've decided to put a bit of detail on the inside just because it's interesting. And of course this opens up. There's a bit of controls there, a cool seat. So going over to the underside, you'll see that there are hinges here, and that's because when you press this button here on the top, it opens up, and of course if it's upside down, the bombs fall out. Of course you've got to shake it a little bit, but that's okay. And putting them in is quite simple. Just put the grey ones in first. They fit on the inside, and then you'll want to close these ones, the inner ones, because they're a bit thicker and will kind of get in the way when you want to close the other ones. So of course a plane needs landing gear, otherwise it's just going to be stuck in the air forever, so that's why we've got this. This one opens up quite nicely, as do these. A bit harder to get to, but what's really cool is when you twist the engine, all the wheels will come up, and I'm really glad about that because that took so long. I was worried that it would have to be a separate function, but I've managed to make it all as one. And true to the actual F-35, the front part of the wheel flaps can go down, just to make it a bit more interesting. This opens up as well for vertical takeoff. It's just there. So I'll put the wheels down. So actually no, I'm going to keep the wheels up for this next bit. But for vertical takeoff, this is an F-35B, so it does have vertical takeoff. These will open up, and it only works when the wheels are down, but the engine can swivel round like that. And the reason it only works when the wheels are down, I'll show you soon, but I'll just put that back for now. This is the reason, because that's when the wheels are up, this is when the wheels are down. Now it can go like this, but now of course it can't. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the F-35. Thanks for watching. and maybe I'll show you some more planes.